Hello everyone and welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I have the beautiful Piper here and I'm doing a tutorial on this kind of champagne winged out classic kind of cut crease. So I'm starting with the MAC soft ochre paint pot and putting this all over her eyes as a base for our shadows today. I have to apologize too because I forgot to film the products I was using, so I'm just going to tell you in this talk through what I use, and then all the products I use will be listed in the description below. So I am building up the shadows today on Piper's eyes. So I'm starting with Anastasia Beverly Hills Burnt Orange, and then I'm going in with Makeup Geek Cocoa Bear, which I think I'm using Cocoa Bear right now. And then I'm going to go in with Makeup Geek Mocha, a chocolate brown, and then the Inglot J-Lo black eyeshadow. So yeah, I'm building up, I'm starting light and then building up darker to create that smoky look. As always with my blending technique, I'm building up the colour and going in little circles and then back and forth. Can you hear my dog crying? Settle down, Rox. No crying. Hang on, my dog is triggered. Give me a minute. She's happy now. I'm giving her a pat. So what I'm doing today, I'm doing my normal eyeshadow techniques of blending in little circles and back and forth. But because we're going for that kind of elongated winged out eyeshadow, you're going to see here as I start to get to the deeper colours, I'm kind of pushing it and feathering it out. You can be as messy as you want because we're going to clean this up. And by pushing it outwards is going to give you that winged out effect. Now I am starting to map out and cut out her crease. So for this I've just wet my brush with a little bit of Fix Plus. You can use any kind of setting spray. And I'm using the Inglot J-Lo Sparkle Dust. And yes, I'm just going in, this is our base. We're going to put more of a glitter metallic on top. If that's not your thing, you could just do this and it would look fine as is. Now I'm just going in on the eyelids and putting a little bit of Too Faced glitter glue as our glitter glue. Pretty much, that's what the name of it is, isn't it? And then for the sparkle on top, I'm using the Makeup Workshop Silk Road. This is a beautiful product. It's pretty much the same colour as the J-Lo Sparkle Dust we've got down now, but it's just got a little bit more wow factor to it. It's going to add a bit more sparkle. As I said, you could leave as is for a more subtle shimmer, or you can add this for that extra boomph. Boomph. That is probably not a word, but we'll go with it and assume you guys all know what I mean. Always make sure once you've placed any sort of pigment down, you go back in and blend the edges. No one wants a harsh line of glitter. Thank you. I'm going in with MAC Strobe Cream for primer today. This is going to make her skin nice and glowy, and as you can see she has beautiful clear skin anyway, so this is just going to add a glow. And then I'm going to use Makeup Forever HD foundation to add a nice even coverage over her face. This foundation isn't too heavy and it goes beautiful under the airbrush, which we're going to do as well. And then I'm using Tarts Shape Tape just to conceal under the eyes and brighten. So to achieve the winged out eyeshadow effect, I'm literally just using some concealer and I'm carving out the end of the eyeshadow to have a nice crisp, neat, sharp line. And it's as simple as that, and that's going to give you that winged out effect. The good thing about this technique too is if you liked winged eyeliner but you find you can't personally do it, this is going to give you that effect without the fuss and hassle of trying to actually do a winged liner. Then once I've done all that, I'm going to lightly set the face with a big fluffy brush and the Ben Nye translucent powder, and also a little bit of the Hourglass dim light powder because it adds a nice glow on top without adding like shimmer or glitter. And then you're going to see too, I'm going to set under her eyes with a little bit of the translucent powder using a beauty blender. Also, I should also add, found a new favourite beauty sponge. This is the Modelrock one that I'm using here, and it's become my new favourite. It's so good. If you're looking for a good beauty blender that works just the same as the real one does, because I was a ride or die real beauty blender fan, definitely try it out. Now I am lightly contouring and sculpting her face using the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. So I'm doing that on her cheekbones and a little bit on her nose. And then I'm going to be going in with MAC Gimme Some bronzer and adding some colour to her face. Now I am highlighting, and I'm using a Makeup Workshop highlight. I'm not going to even attempt to say the name. I know the first part of the name is Champs. I'll just put it in the description. It's one of my new favourites. It's kind of a light champagne gold. It goes perfectly with this look. Now I am filling in her eyebrows. I just gave them a brush up. This makes it easier to see the shape of the brow underneath to know what guide to kind of follow. I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills pomade in the shade Blonde. This is a really good colour for that kind of strawberry blonde hair that Piper has, because it's a blondie shade but it's got a warm undertone to it, but her eyebrows aren't red enough to do a full auburn colour. So yeah, this is that awesome in-between shade. I use this on a lot of people with this hair colour. Now for one of my fave parts, and probably one of the most commented things on my Instagram: what inner corner highlight do you use? I'm using Inglot Sparkle Dust in number 2 here. Most of my looks are done with Inglot Sparkle Dust. I have all the colours, so it just depends on the day what colour I feel like using. And then I'm going in and smoking out that lower lash line. I'm repeating all the colours we did in the crease earlier, starting with lightest to darkest once again. A tip when working on the lower lash line, I think it's important if you're using colours like black to keep it as tight to the lash line as possible. If you just go in with black on its own and blend it too far down, that actually makes your eyes droop more than it lifts them and makes them look bigger. So yeah, if you're using black, keep it as precise as possible. little bit of mascara on using a disposable spoolie. I used a Covergirl mascara. And then I'm going in with the Modelrock 266 lashes. Love these lashes. If you love wispy ones, you're going to love them. And yeah, popping them on, cutting them to her shape, and popping them on with some duo glue and tweezers. Now I am lining her lips with the Chi Totally Nude lip liner, and then I'm going in with the Skin on Skin lipstick by Modelrock, and it's just a nice nude. And then I pop a little bit of Modelrock Bella gloss just in the center for a little bit of a glossy effect. I love like wet look glossy lips lately. I think they look so amazing. If you want your lips to look pouty and luscious, put some gloss on them, or even like a little bit of lip balm over the top of your lippie. It does wonders. Yeah, we're coming to the end of this look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you, Piper, for coming on my channel. This girl is just as beautiful on the inside as she is on the outside. I'll leave her Instagram and YouTube below. If you want to see us do some more videos together, give this video a thumbs up. And thanks for watching. Bye, guys.